Hello, how are you everyone? My name is Poonam Shetty Hegde and welcome to the Facebook live session. Um, Today we're going to talk about a very important topic which is important in everybody's life, whether you are a teenager or a ongoing professional. That's success in interviews. Before we start our session, let me also give you a brief of myself. As I said, my name is Poonam Shetty Hegde and I have been a training consultant for nearly 18 years. I'm the founder of a company called as Mind Matters Most Training. I'm a CBT professional. CBT matlab cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm also an NLP practitioner. I'm also a graphologist. So I've been in the industry for nearly 18 years, exploring a lot of behavioral training programs and soft skills training program. I have helped more than 15,000 people by conducting various programs at different levels. I have trained more than 5,000 students uh, for a lot of topics. I have been very active in campus to corporate programs, and we have been screening and interviewing a lot of people and training them on job interview skills. Apart from that, I also have a vertical which works on retreat programs. We have a highly customized module called as the Modern Yogi, which is a stress management workshop which we work with a lot of individuals who are looking for self development. We talk about life principles there. Today, as I said, we're going to talk about success in interviews. But before I start success in interviews, I'd like to tell you that when I look back at my career growth, I definitely have a sense of pride in me looking at my career growth. But that pride is not on the basis of what kind of growth I had here, but it is because of the failures, also because of the failures that I've the challenges that I've overcome. And that's exactly I'm going to talk about today in 1 hour's time. It is really difficult to give you all the tips which will help you to develop skill set in an interview. But I'm going to spend good amount of time, some 30 minutes, in explaining the power of three, which is when you go for an interview, what are the key essentials of a good interview, of an effective interviewing skills. That is what we're going to cover in 30 minutes, and rest of the time we will definitely acknowledge all the questions and queries that people have. While I talk about the journey, you all please keep noting down all your queries and concern. You can text it, and as and when possible, if I feel that it can be covered in 30 minutes, I'll definitely address it, and accordingly will answer all the queries. So here I am talking about job interview skills, and in front of a lot of people who are NEHS members. So I'm very glad to be associated with this group. So thank you all the moderators as well as the admins for giving us the opportunity to connect. To talk about success in interviews, before even we talk about interviews, let's talk about the term success. Now, when I hear term success, if you Google success, the definition of success is that it's an accomplishment of a aim or a purpose. So that's how it is when you talk about job interviews. When you are working towards your journey through a career, you will definitely want to know what is your purpose. If that purpose is missing, then you cannot plan out anything in your career. So every person who's going for an interview or who's preparing for a career should definitely ask himself one question, that what is my purpose in joining an industry, or what is my purpose of having a dream job in a particular company. So what is my purpose of doing a particular job? For example, if I am a person who's really interested in mechanical engineering, I should ask myself a question, that why am I interested in mechanics? Is it the mechanics? Is it the brand company that I'm associated with? I want to associate with a brand. Let's say, if I'm working with certain industry, many people may have a dream job, I want to work with Siemens, or I want to work with L&T, or I want to work with HPCL. So is that brand name that encourages you or motivates you to keep moving? So what's exactly motivating you to work towards your goal? So you should ask yourself, that clarity has to be there. That purpose is missing in many students right now. Unfortunately, many students are lacking this because of our education system also. because usually we have a fixed mindset that there are only three careers that are available: commerce or science or arts. But nonetheless, there are a lot of alternate career options as well that you can explore. And I feel that going back to my career, I feel that even when I started my career, even I was a little confused. I remember this one instance wherein we were just we just joined college, and we were just sitting in the cafeteria, and there was one particular girl. I remember she was so ambitious. She started sharing her aspirations of life, and she was very, I still remember the kind of excitement she had, the kind of energy she had, that she wants to achieve these things in her life. And suddenly she looked at me and she asked me, Poonam, what do you think, what do you want to do in your life? And I gave a blank expression, and I said that well, after graduation I want to do a job. तो शी सेड, यस, सभी को जॉब करना है, बट देन कुछ तो होगा ना तुम्हारे दिमाग में, कुछ तो होगा जो तुम्हें करना है. And I still remember this question was continuously lingering in my mind, throughout the day. And when I went back home, I was still thinking and pondering, yes, what is exactly I want to do in my career? Because I've been very confused all my life, when it comes to career and academic. I was not that well in academics. So I was deeply engrossed in my thoughts. And there I see my mother. She walks into the room and she looks at me and she says that, what is it? What are you thinking about? What's the matter? So I said, Mom, I don't know. I told her what has happened, and I told her that, I'm still thinking. I don't know whether I'm in the right career. My track record. I've been, failing into six to seven subjects. And I really don't know whether I've chosen a career which I'm not interested in. That does not excite me at all. So I don't know whether I've done the right decision or not. I don't know where my life is going. My mother just smiled at me and she said that you are just a teenager, so don't think much about where your life is going and all. So I know that you may be feeling a little lost. I said, I'm feeling lost. I'm also confused. So she said, that's okay. We all are lost at some point of time. All you have to do is, if you don't know what you want to do or what you want to achieve, what your goal is, so start exploring, right? Start exploring options. Start looking for career options while you are continuously working on your academics. You can also explore some alternate career as well. So that pressure was off, when because I was studying commerce and I was not at all interested in it. So that kept, that exploring thing went on in my mind, and I started exploring a lot of career options afterwards. And in the meanwhile, I did a lot of courses, some endless courses. I did computer courses, I did software courses. I ended up doing a lot of small courses as well, language courses. And then I did IT hardware courses. Okay, so and then after doing all those courses, I still was not clear whether I'll be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And somehow, I got an opportunity to work with a company. A small institute was looking out for a hardware engineer, as well as, there were multiple options, multiple job openings. So I went there. Somehow they took my interview and they said that, this we have two vacancies here. One is for IT engineer, one is for an IT trainer, and second is for a student counselor. And we feel that after my interview, they felt that I was more on the counseling part. I was very good at communication skills and convincing part. So they said, as you already have knowledge of hardware and you're good at communication, I feel that we may look at working as a student counselor. You can work as a student counselor with us. I don't know what happened. I was just desperate to get a job. I said yes. So I was studying at that point of time. I was doing my HR. So I said okay, but then I'll have to work in shifts. So they said, we are okay, we are very flexible with timing. So I used to do 7 to 3 the counseling job, and I used to study as well. I took that job opportunity. But how do I relate the story to your topic today? Look, there are a lot of times we talk about opportunities. There are a lot of time we talk about being lucky. But what is being lucky? When you are totally prepared, when you're putting your heart and soul in something, definitely that effort is not going to be wasted. So if I don't know, I've done multiple courses, I've done some 10 to 15 courses, but somehow I feel that that hardware course actually clicked somewhere. I was not aware of whether I'll be able to do that job or not, but along the way when I became a student counselor, in 6 months time they also found out that there was an opening for personality development trainer, and they felt that because of the convincing skill, because of the communication skill set, they gave me a sponsorship for that, for those course, and they said that you give it a try, and you may have a dual role, so you may have to do that counseling job as well as training the students as well for placements. So that's how I got that opportunity. So what I want to tell you here is that when you don't know your goal, at the most the best option is you put your heart and soul in exploring what are you good at, what piques your interest. So breaking the comfort zone is something that will definitely help you. So if you are preparing for a job interview also, put your heart and soul in exploring what interests you in that job, what is your purpose in joining that job, and try putting your 100% in it, and don't think negative. When you're putting your efforts, definitely that efforts will click somewhere. One is that. So one is the goal is something which is really important when it comes to interviews. That will definitely help you to become successful in whatever you will become, you want to. And second is the preparation is the key, friends. Preparation is definitely the key, because if you are willing to work as a particular in a particular job, maybe a mechanical engineer or a EXTC engineer, when you're looking at a job, here's one tip that I can give you. First is, when you go through a job description, try and understand the job description talks about three things. One is the job, right? Second is the required skill set, and third is they also talk about something called as soft skills. Now there's a difference between soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills talks about certain aspects of communication skills, interpersonal skills, convincing skills, customer service skills, right? Something which is related to your skill set. And hard skills talks about technical skill set. Now when I say technical skill set, what is technical skill? Your industry expertise. For example, if you are a mechanical engineer, they may want to know what how sound you are when it comes to topics which are included in mechanical engineer. So if you're talking about accountancy, so they may want to look at how your accounting concepts are clear, right? If it is a sales job, they definitely want to understand whether you have a clear understanding on the processes, whether you have understanding on fabbing, whether you understand marketing techniques, what are the topic. So specific topics which definitely depends on your career. So soft skills, hard skills, and of course the company details. So of course the job details. So when you are looking at putting efforts in preparing for an interview, that is really important aspect for you. So before you go for an interview, go do your research. Research is something which is really important. How do you do research? It's very easy. In those days we didn't have options, very easy options of Wi-Fi connectivity or Google and all. Those days we used to ask a lot. We used to do a lot of research in newspapers, but right now we have a forum, we have Google which answers everything. So go through websites, right? Company websites will definitely give you information about the company. The brand that you're working for, you should definitely understand what has been their journey. I don't want you to go through the history of the company, but then definitely the services, the key services is something that will definitely help you in answering a lot of questions in the interview. So I'll go back to what I've explained right now. One is goal, right? What is the purpose, right? What is the purpose of joining a particular job? So ask yourself three questions. What is my purpose of joining the job, right? What motivates me? Is the money factor motivates? So that's okay. If it is money, go for it. Everybody, there are a lot of people, a few people who would be motivated with rewards and recognition, and there will be a whole lot of people who are motivated with money. So if it is money, go for it. That's okay, right? That also gives you a good hint about what is the salary range that you're going to demand in the interview, right? If you are a fresher, you cannot negotiate much on the salary, because every job, a fresher job, will have a fixed salary range, right? Definitely it will vary based on the interview. If your interview has, if you have done a really good job in an interview, definitely there is a bit part of margin which can be, raised, but then there is a fixed margin. But if you are a person who has worked for nearly 4 to 5 years, you can definitely negotiate your salary based on your skill set. Now, the second thing that we were discussing is how much of efforts you're putting in that goal to achieve that goal. That is really important. So if you're going for an interview, the second aspect that you need to focus on is your efforts, right? How do you put your efforts? Doing a lot of research in the research of the company. Second is every person goes through naukri.com or shine.com. We all have registered somewhere in naukri.com. So naukri.com will definitely give you a small description about the job, right? So go through the JD, go through the job description. When you go through the job description, there are three things that you need to determine. One is the job details, right? The key responsibilities the person would like to go through, that what are the key responsibilities that a person would go through for a particular job. Second is the skill set. When I say skill set, hard skills. Hard skills, that is basic expectation of the company, of the academic expectation, maybe what kind of knowledge you have on a particular topic, right? And then the soft skills. Soft skills in the sense, are you good at communication, the language skills, right? Presentation skills, interpersonal skills, time management skills. The kind of role you have in the job definitely will demand a high level of skill set as well. So the higher level will definitely demand a lot of aspects like leadership skills, team management skills, team building skills, time management skills, a lot of other skill set as well. So you can go through that. Now here's one more tip that I can give you. When you are going for an interview, the first key is to prepare a good resume. Remember that the interviewer never controls the interview. It's you who controls the interview, right? You can make him ask the kind of questions you want to be asked, right? Hear me out again. It's you who control the interview. It's not the interviewer. So if you want these questions to be, if you want a particular question to be asked by the interviewer, you can design that in your resume. So how do you do that? Definitely put a lot of efforts. Ask yourself another three questions. The three questions would be: first, who am I? My self-awareness is something which is really important. Am I really aware of myself? What are my strengths? What are my challenges? Here's a funny thing about we human beings. We are definitely well versed when it comes to challenges, our own challenges. हमारी वीकनेसेस की लिस्ट होती है. कोई अगर आपसे पूछ लेता है कि आप में क्या खामियां है, तो आप बहुत जल्दी उसकी अच्छी खासी लिस्ट बना के दे सकते हैं. प्रॉबेबली कुछ लोग उसके थियोरीज बना सकते हैं, कुछ लोग उसमें पीएचडी कर लेते हैं. इतना हम सेल्फ क्रिटिकल होते हैं, तो वी बिकम वेरी सेल्फ क्रिटिकल. So and other than that, what you can do is focus on your strengths also. Of course, be aware of your weaknesses. I wouldn't call it as weakness, but it is a challenge. Nobody is perfect, first of all, right? Everybody will have we are a combo pack, nice combo pack of strengths and challenges. So definitely there will be challenges along the way, right? Throughout your life you will have a lot of challenges. You're not going to be perfect. So what you can do is keep focusing on the strong points, right? And along the way, when you come across a lot of challenges, keep focusing, acknowledging that, accept it, and slowly and gradually you can work on it. Right? Now, why strengths and challenges? Because that is where the confidence lies. If you are really self-aware, you will be 10 times more confident when you are addressing an interviewer's question. For example, I usually, when I conduct a lot of training programs for campus to corporate workshops, usually I come across a lot of students who are MBA students, graduates, engineering students. And usually when I start my session, I ask them a question: who are you? And I keep asking that question, to each and every person. And in 5 to 10 minutes time, I get the same kind of standard answers, right? Who am I? People would come out with answers like, I am an engineering student, or I am a mechanical student, or I am, maybe they'll call out their names, I am Prathamesh Shinde, or I am, even people, when I train corporates as well, they may come out with answers like, I am the manager, or I am the AVP, or I'm the vice president of so and so company, or I am the team leader. Some may come out with some emotional answers as well. I am a very devoted mother, or a very devoted wife and all. But hear me out. When I ask you who are you, what I want to hear is, I don't want to hear what is your name or what is your designation. Does that define your personality? Hear me out. It doesn't define your personality, right? So आप अपने नाम, अपने डेजिग्नेशन से कई परे है ना? आप सिर्फ अपने नाम या डेजिग्नेशन नहीं है. Who are you? We are individuals who are combinations of strengths, likes, dislikes, our theories, our philosophies, right? Our value system. So we are a comprehensive package, right? So when I want to hear, as an interviewer, when I ask you a question on who are you, or tell me something about yourself, most of the students may come out with, they usually end up reading the resume. And that is not what an interviewer is expecting. So when I look at it, I'll definitely look at it that, other than the resume, what else what are the other information, what are the other insights that a person can give me. So don't just read out the resume. And how do you do that? If you want to be unique in your 1 minute presentation of tell me something about yourself, you have to do thorough self-awareness. You have to do thorough SWOT analysis of yourself. So how do you do a SWOT analysis? There are a lot of times, when people are not aware of themselves, they may usually go to career counselors in order to understand what are their goals are, to understand, to analyze their personality. You can also, I am a graphologist, so I help a lot of students in understanding their personality, and also in understanding what are the preferred choices of careers they should make based on their personality. So you can go to professionals as well, who can make you understand, what are your strengths and challenges, if it is a really confusing thing for you. Other than that, you can keep noting down. There's a principle called a diary principle, wherein you can always note down your skills. The key to do that is ask yourself another question. One is, what are the top 3 soft skills that you have? When I say soft skills, what are you good at? Are you, there are a lot of people who are good at making friends. So probably such a person would be good at interpersonal skills. There are a lot of people who are good at, coordinating things. When there is a picnic in your family, or when there's a picnic when you're arranging picnic with your friends, so you are a very active member in coordinating things. So probably that talks about your good interpersonal skills, team building skills. So are you good at communication skills? There are a lot of people who can speak confidently, in a forum, or connect with people a lot, so that's how that will definitely give you a good information about your soft skills. So you can definitely note down those things. What are my top 3 soft skills? Next, what are my top 3 hard skills? When I say hard skills, now here what are you trying to do is you're trying to build your resume, by the way, right? So think about what are the top 3 soft skills of your personality. Then think about top 3 hard skills. What are hard skills? Hard skills are nothing but the technology expertise that you have. So if you are an accountant, if you are into accountancy, what are the top 3 topics that you're well versed with? So if, let's say, you're very good at finance, note down finance. If you're very good at, organizational commerce is the topic that you find interesting. So that is the top 3 hard skills that you have. So hard skills can be specific to your industry, right? ये आपके टॉपिक पे, आपके करियर पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपने क्या स्ट्रीम लिया है. Now the third part, which is a really interesting part, that is the job. Okay, so we spoke about goals. Your purpose should be clear, right? I'll just take you back, because in 30 minutes of time there are a lot of things that we'll be talking about, and I can see that there are a lot of people who are joining just now, who have joined at least 15 minutes ago. So I'll also keep repeating that, so that it is a good reminder for a lot of people who have just joined. So we spoke about goals, right? When you're going for an interview, you should be really clear about the goals that you have in your life. What is your purpose in joining that job? Okay, आपको पैसा मोटिवेट करता है, आपको वो कंपनी मोटिवेट करती है, या आप बहुत पैशनेट हो उस कंपनी को लेके, या आप बहुत पैशनेट हो उस काम को लेके. Okay, so what is your goal? What motivates you to join that company, to go for that job? That is one question that you should ask yourself. Second, put a lot of efforts, put a lot of heart and soul in exploring your goal. If you don't know, come what may, do whatever you can. Like I did a lot of courses. Remember, knowledge is never waste. Knowledge is definitely power. जितने भी आप चीजें करोगे वो कभी वेस्ट नहीं जाता. All the technical courses that I've done, it has definitely helped me, because now I am a person who does a lot of online training programs. So those nitty-gritties has definitely helped me in doing certain things जिसके लिए मुझे किसी वीडियोग्राफर को अपॉइंट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है या एनिमेटर को अपॉइंट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. तो नॉलेज इज नेवर वेस्ट, राइट? सो कीप लर्निंग, गो आउट ऑफ द कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आइए और उसे एक्सप्लोर करें. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंटरव्यूज, आप एफर्ट्स किस में डालेंगे? आप एफर्ट्स डालिए अपने रेज्यूमे बनाने में. आप रेज्यूमे कैसे बनाएंगे? अपने आप से 3 क्वेश्चंस पूछिए. आस्क योरसेल्फ 3 क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट आर द 3 क्वेश्चन? One is definitely why I want to join this job. Second is what are the top 3 soft skills, right, of my personality. मेरे soft skills क्या है? मैं कौन से 3 ऐसे चीजें जो मुझे एक बेहतर पर्सनैलिटी बनाता है? क्या मैं बहुत अच्छा बात कर सकता हूँ लोगों से? क्या मैं बहुत अच्छे से लोगों से दोस्ती कर सकता हूँ? क्या मैं बहुत ही अच्छा उम्दा प्रेजेंटर हूँ? मैं बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट स्पीकर हूँ? ये कुछ भी हो सकता है. मैं समय को हमेशा बचाता हूँ, समय को अच्छी तरह से मैनेज करता हूँ, मैं बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हूँ. तो इनमें से कोई भी आपका टॉप 3 सॉफ्ट स्किल्स हो सकता है. Okay, what are my top 3 hard skills? Now what is hard skills? Hard skills is nothing but depends on your career, depends on your topic. तो एक कॉलेज गोर ये सोच सकता है कि मेरे ऐसे टॉप 3 टॉपिक्स क्या है जिसमें मैं बहुत ही आसान, जो मेरे लिए बहुत ही आसान है और उस पर कोई भी क्वेश्चन अगर पूछे तो मुझे बहुत आसानी से आता है. ठीक है. एंड द लास्ट वन इज what is that one unique quality that makes me different from others? Okay, I know when I ask this question in the interviews also, people cringe a little. समझ में नहीं आता है कि unique quality क्या है. But each and every individual, I repeat, each and every individual have a particular talent जो उसे अलग बनाता है, right? So it doesn't matter what are your scores, right? Again, it doesn't matter what are your scores, राइट. अगर आपके रिपोर्ट कार्ड पे 6 से 7 एफ भी लिखे हुए हैं, फेल भी लिखे हुए हैं, दैट्स ओके. यू स्टिल हैव दैट वन टैलेंट दैट विल मेक यू सक्सेसफुल. उस पे फोकस करें, राइट. सो व्हाट इज दैट वन यूनिक क्वालिटी? एक ऐसी क्वालिटी जो मुझे अलग बनाती है दूसरों से, राइट. सो एफर्ट्स में वी स्पोक अबाउट 3 पॉइंट्स. वन इज top 3 soft skills, top 3 hard skills, and one unique quality that makes me different, right? So that's what we spoke about, the second point. And now we're going to talk about the third point. When you're going for a job, please keep your basics right. मुझे आज ही एक FB पर एक जनाब ने एक आर्टिकल लिखा था कि whether a trainer or any professional needs to take care of his attire, needs to give a lot of importance to how they dress, और उनका अटायर कैसा होना चाहिए उस पर ज्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए क्या. So this definitely is related to our interviews as well. Many people may have this wrong notion that if I am really confident in speaking, if I am an expert in my field, right, मेरा knowledge उस field में बहुत अच्छा है, then I really don't have to look at the standards of the interview. That is, मुझे कपड़ों की तरफ अपना बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान देने की जरूरत नहीं है. Why do I need to wear a tie? Okay, or why do I have to trim my nice haircut, right? Or colored streaks, right? ये definitely जरूरी है, because every profession has their set of values and standards, and respecting that profession is something which is really important. Plus, when you walk into an interview room, before even you speak, you create an impression in front of the person, right? And that impression happens in fractions of time. आपसे कोई बात कर रहा है और सबकॉन्शियसली आप कनेक्ट करते हो लोगों से, जिस तरह से वो बात कर रहे हैं आप उनके बारे में एक परसेप्शन बनाते हैं, एक छवि बनाते हैं, राइट. एंड दैट अनफॉर्चुनेटली हैपेंस because of the attire, because of the way you are dressed. So there is a very good concept called as 3 V's, which says that there are 3 key elements when it comes to dynamic personality, how good you are in communication, how people guess whether you are guess your personality. The 3 V's is visual, vocal and verbal. So visual says how you present yourself, that definitely influences your personality. Vocal says how you speak, that definitely influences your communication. And verbal says what you say, the message that you're giving, right? That definitely impacts any communication. So what is the most important point? The research says that it's visual. Visual is how you present yourself. So आप क्या कहते हैं उससे ज्यादा आप अपने आप को कैसे प्रेजेंट करते हैं, वो आपकी पर्सनालिटी के बारे में बहुत सारी चीजें बता देता है, वो बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल होता है. सो इट इज नॉट व्हाट यू से, but how you say it or how you present it, right? That matters. So definitely that basics, keep your basics right. Basics क्या है? बेसिक्स सभी को पता है. इट इज़ वेरी इजी. अगर मैं चाहती तो आज मैं आपको बहुत सारे टिप्स दे सकती थी इंटरव्यू के, बट वो टिप्स बहुत आसानी से आपको गूगल में मिल जाएंगे. यू कैन जस्ट गो टू गूगल एंड यू कैन जस्ट टाइप टॉप 10 थिंग्स टू डू बिफोर गोइंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू एंड यू विल गेट अ ह्यूज लिस्ट, द डूज एंड डोंट्स लिस्ट फॉर इंटरव्यू. But keep your basics right. What are some of the basics right? Take care of your soft skills. Take care how you are, take care of your attire. Basic standard attire hota hai. Dress for success, right? Believe me, if you are dressing for success, half of the battle is won. Agar if you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you automatically become really confident, right? And that's exactly the trick is. So always dress professional, dress as professional. Take care of the simple do's and don'ts in a job. That is, how to shake hands, how to speak. Take care that when you are going for an interview, जब आप resume बनाते हो, तो वो जो टॉप 3 सॉफ्ट स्किल्स है, टॉप 3 हार्ड स्किल्स है, उसके टेम्पलेट होते हैं. हर रेज्यूमे का एक स्टैंडर्ड टेम्पलेट होता है. वो स्किल सेट को आप उस रेज्यूमे में इंक्लूड करो, क्योंकि जब आप वो स्किल सेट को रेज्यूमे में इंक्लूड करते हो, दैट आई एम गुड at presentation skills, or I have excellent, I'm a good orator, और आई एम गुड एट कन्विंसिंग, तो आपको क्वेश्चंस उसी पॉइंट्स बेसिस पे पूछा जाता है. तो वी इंटरव्यूज, वी डू नॉट हैव अ फिक्स्ड फॉर्मेट. वी विल लुक एट एन इंटरव्यूज रेज्यूमे and we will frame our questions as per your resume. So it's you who control the interview, it's not us, right? So put all those points जो आपके लिए बहुत, जिसमें आप बहुत कंफर्टेबल हो, राइट? सो दैट हम आपको वो क्वेश्चंस पूछे. हमेशा याद रखें, इंटरव्यूअर भी उतना ही एक्साइटेड होता है लोगों से मिलने में. वो उनका जॉब वहां ये नहीं है कि उन्हें रिजेक्ट करने के लिए बिठाया गया है. वो डेफिनेटली चाहते हैं कि 10 इंटरव्यूज अगर है तो उस 10 में से वो ऐसे कैंडिडेट को सिलेक्ट करे जो उनके जॉब रिक्वायरमेंट्स जो है उसको मैच करता है. सो इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू लिस्ट आउट ऑल दोज pointers that talks about your skill set. I always talk about skill set because skills are something which are really important, especially when you feel that your scores are less, your scores are really low. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस इतना अच्छा नहीं है, तो वहां पे आप उसे बहुत ज्यादा डाल सकते हैं. आजकल ऐसे बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज है जहां पे ऑल्दो द कैंडिडेट हैज बीन एन एवरेज परफॉर्मर इन हिज एकेडमिक्स, they have still maintained, they have still made a point that they select such candidates. Why? Because simple reason है. देखिए 4 फैक्टर्स है जिसके बेसिस पे कोई भी सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस होता है. We call this concept as cash principle, right? कैश यानी ये पैसे वाला कैश नहीं है, ये KASH वाला कैश है. K stands for knowledge, A stands for attitude, S stands for skills, H stands for habit, right? I'll repeat it. There is a principle called as cash principle. Cash principle के बेसिस पे सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया होता है. आपका ज्ञान यानी आपका नॉलेज के बेसिस पे आपकी सिलेक्शन होती है. आपके एटीट्यूड के बेसिस पे आपका सिलेक्शन होता है. आपके स्किल्स क्या है, आप में क्या हुनर है, उसके बेसिस पे आपका सिलेक्शन होता है. और आपकी आदतें जो रिफ्लेक्ट होती है इंटरव्यू में. मान लीजिए आप इंटरव्यू में आधे घंटे पहले आके बैठे हो, ठीक है, और कॉरिडोर के यहाँ आपको इंटरव्यूअर देख लेता है. सो दैट टॉक्स अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स अबाउट योर टाइम मैनेजमेंट. But if you are there in the interview 5 minutes late, it talks about your habit, right? or how organized you are. For example, let's say अगर मैं आपसे resume पूछती हूँ and you're fiddling with your bag, right? And you're struggling to find that resume in your bag. So that definitely talks about your organizational skills. So ये definitely आपके आदतों के बारे में बात करता है. तो इन 4 फैक्टर्स में हम इंटरव्यूअर्स क्या देखते हैं ज्यादातर, क्या नॉलेज सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया होता है, या एटीट्यूड होता है, या स्किल्स होता है, या हैबिट होता है? मैं थोड़ी देर आपके दिमाग से खेल रही हूँ ताकि आप सोचें इस बारे में। कौन से 2 पॉइंट्स ऐसे हैं जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है? इज इट नॉलेज, इज इट एटीट्यूड, इज इट स्किल्स, और इज इट हैबिट, जिसके बेसिस पे ज्यादा से ज्यादा सिलेक्शन होते हैं? तो आंसर है, it is your attitude and it is your habit, right? Why? Many a times we see that there are a lot of professional, a lot of candidates who are excellent in their academics, but when it comes to answering questions practically, they fumble a lot. So ये बहुत आसान है समझना। इंटरव्यू में ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं जिनसे बहुत आसानी से जाना जा सकता है कि आपकी नॉलेज जो है वो रटी रटाई नॉलेज है, या आपको सच में उसका इन डेप्थ नॉलेज है उस टॉपिक के बारे में। सो डेफिनेटली नॉलेज इज समथिंग वी डेफिनेटली एक्सपेक्ट दैट एवरेज नॉलेज होना जरूरी है, because we as interviewers we also know that a fresher may not have an expertise on a particular topic. Along the way we have in any industry there are a lot of trainers, there are a lot of seniors who will definitely help you and train you on other aspects that you're weak at. So अगर knowledge में problem है, ठीक है, लेकिन एटलीस्ट बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन, बेसिक नॉलेज होना चाहिए। उस जॉब के लिए जितना नॉलेज मालूम होना चाहिए उतना होना चाहिए, इफ इट इज नॉट एक्सेलेंट। स्किल सेट, व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट स्किल सेट, इट इज हुनर। हुनर जनरली या तो इनबिल्ट होता है या तो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ बढ़ता है। So definitely skill set is something which is an important point, but then again if you are not that skilled, you along the way we can train you to become skilled, right? But we definitely look at a person who has a strong attitude. If he has a will issue, right? अगर skill issue है फिर भी चलेगा, लेकिन अगर will issue है नहीं चलेगा। So does the person, is that person coachable? Does he have the open attitude to learn from others, right? Is he humble, is he grounded? क्या वो डाउन टू अर्थ है? कितना उसका एटीट्यूड पॉजिटिव है? वो बहुत ज्यादा चेक किया जाता है, राइट? एंड डेफिनेटली हैबिट्स को इसीलिए देखा जाता है बिकॉज हैबिट्स डेफिनेटली डिटरमाइन योर एटीट्यूड, right? So these are the 4 factors I spoke about, which we definitely look at when it comes to one job interview. So if you want to be successful in interview, there are 3 aspects, 3 basic things. I spoke about 3 things. One is goal, right? आपका लक्ष्य क्या है, आपका पर्पस क्या है इस जॉब कंपनी को ज्वाइन करने का, वो बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए। पैसा मोटिवेट करता है आपको, या आपको वो ब्रांड नेम मोटिवेट करता है, या आप उस काम के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा पैशनेट हो, वो डेफिनेटली मैटर करेगा, ओके, आपकी ग्रोथ में। सेकंड इज आप कितना एफर्ट्स डाल रहे हो इस जॉब को हासिल करने के लिए, दैट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट। आपके गोल्स को पूरा करने के लिए आप कितना एफर्ट्स डाल रहे हो, सो दैट एफर्ट्स डेफिनेटली मैटर्स, राइट? सो एफर्ट्स डालिए, अपने सेल्फ अवेयरनेस बढ़ाइए, राइट? अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द टॉप 3 सॉफ्ट स्किल्स, अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर योर टॉप 3 हार्ड स्किल्स, अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज दैट वन यूनिक क्वालिटी दैट मेक्स यू डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स, राइट? एंड थर्ड, कीप योर बेसिक्स राइट, right? Job basics, do's and don'ts. Go to Google, there are a lot of do's and don'ts. Go through it, make sure that you're going through it. But the most important factor is dress for success, right? Dress for success and cash principle. Cash principle, knowledge, attitude, skill and habit. Attitude and habit is something which should be your key focus along the way, right? So I'm going to spend a little time on the question and answers time. I think I've spent around 40 minutes of time in giving you insight and sharing the insights about interviews. Now I'd like to understand some questions from your end. If you have questions, I am ready to acknowledge it. कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं, और उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो है मैं इस लाइव सेशन में दे सकती हूँ। देखिए, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि इंटरव्यू सिर्फ फ्रेशर्स ही देते हैं। आज की तारीख में बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं ऑप्शंस, ओके, जॉब ऑप्शंस एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं। तो डेफिनेटली देयर आर सर्टेन क्वेश्चंस एंड क्वेरीज इन योर माइंड, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर एक्सप्लोरिंग ऑप्शंस, सो व्हाट वुड बी योर क्वेश्चंस? ओके, सो नाउ one question that usually comes across is जब मैं इंटरव्यू में जाऊं तो टॉप 10 क्वेश्चंस क्या होंगे जो मैंने तैयार करने चाहिए? ओके, इसके लिए मैं एक ही चीज बोलूंगी कि देयर इज नो फिक्स फॉर्मेट कि इंटरव्यू में टॉप 10 क्वेश्चंस क्या पूछे जाते हैं। आप ये प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि आपसे क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे, बट डेफिनेटली देयर इज दैट वन क्वेश्चन व्हिच इज क्रक्स ऑफ एवरी इंटरव्यू, जो हर इंटरव्यू में पूछा जाता है। that is, tell me something about yourself. So when they ask you, tell me something about yourself, please do not read your resume. You can definitely go through your resume and think about those top 3 things that we shared: hard skills, soft skills, and unique talent, right? Talk about certain things which will definitely relate to the job description. इसका एक अच्छा तरीका ये होता है कि हर जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन को अच्छी तरह से पढ़े. तो अगर उस जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन में बोला गया है दैट वी नीड अ पर्सन हु इज गुड एट प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल, एंड इफ यू आर गुड एट प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल, टॉक अबाउट दैट प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स. Okay, talk about that factor. And if the job opportunity says that they need particular hard skills, some technical skills, and if you are having those skills, additional qualifications में है या आपके qualifications में है, please talk about it, right, in the 1 minute's time. And please do not be monotonous. Always have a smiling face. Be relaxed when you're going for an interview. Remember, every interviewer is also excited to select you, to hear you, to listen you, right? So definitely they are there for selecting more than rejecting. हम वो दिमाग में डाल के जाते हैं कि okay, what if अगर उसने ये पूछा वो पूछा. So don't focus on the negative aspects, focus on the positive aspects of the interview. So 90% of the chances है कि if you can, if you have a very good presentation on 1 minute talk, that is your tell me something about yourself question, chances are there that they will ask you question. They will have a second round. You will definitely go for a second round based on the 1 minute talk. Okay, the other question that usually people ask me is how to negotiate the salary, right? Okay, salary negotiation is something which cannot be generalized, right? The best thing to do is always have a good good eye for detail. हमेशा updated रहे, आप अपने market को भी updated रखे. Always have a discussion with your friends who are working in the similar field, right? Talking to them, understanding their company. Definitely don't ask them what is their salary, but definitely you can understand the salary range that the company offers, right? One of the other aspect would be job portals also give you a little range about the job. So go through that range, understand the minimum range and maximum range, and try to understand what are your skill set, right? Do you deserve the kind of salary that you're demanding? On what basis are you deserving, are you demanding that salary? So definitely आप अपने expenses को लेके तो आप बनाते ही एक salary range कि this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting at least 25% hike, or 15 to 25% or 35% hike. But उसे justify करना भी जरूरी है, that why aspect is really important. Why do you demand that salary? Why do you feel that you deserve the kind of range that you're demanding, right? So that's one key. Okay. Now I have some common questions that students usually ask me. Should we talk about weaknesses, right? आपको क्या लगता है, weaknesses के बारे में बात करना चाहिए? Yes या no type करें, so that I can understand that you all are listening. आपको क्या लगता है, weaknesses के बारे में बात करना चाहिए? Should we talk about our weaknesses in our interview? हाँ या ना, मैसेज करें. कितने लोग को लगता है कि हाँ, कितने लोग को लगता है ना? Okay, the answer to this question would be yes, right? Why? आपके पास ऑप्शन नहीं है. वो आपको पूछ रहे हैं कि आपके पास क्या वीकनेसेस है, तो आपको डेफिनेटली बोलना चाहिए. You can't say that no, I don't want to answer this question, or I don't have any weakness. That would be a very hypocritical answer. Here's a tip. Go through your profile, right, and think about your profile and understand आपकी क्या ऐसे वीकनेसेस है जो बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं करेगा, नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट नहीं करेगा आपके इंटरव्यू पे, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम गोइंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू ऑफ अ ट्रेनर, I can't say that I'm very bad at time management. If I say that I'm very bad at time management, that will definitely hamper my career, right? Because a trainer is a person who definitely have to manage time, right? He has definitely, there are some points which are really important for them. They should be excellent in communication skill. They should be excellent in presentation skill. So for example, if you are a person who is joining as an English teacher, so you should definitely not speak about nervousness, Okay, or you should definitely not speak about stage fright. So that's something which will hamper your career, right? आपके रिजेक्शन क्राइटेरिया बढ़ सकते हैं. तो आप क्या कह सकते हैं? आप डेफिनेटली ऐसे कुछ चीजें कह सकते हैं जो एक पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है आपके इंटरव्यू पे. For example, the best answer that I got from one of a student whom I was interviewing back, in an engineering college, was that he said that sometimes I get too much engrossed in a particular subject. If I get a task, वो task जब तक पूरा नहीं होता, unless and until I finish that task, I become really engrossed, and that becomes a little irritating for a lot of people who are around me, right? And I know that it is something which I should work on, and I am working on it, right? So there are two factors here which made him a very winning answer. Why? Because one is he definitely spoke about the positive aspect, right? He is somebody who is task oriented, and he's totally engrossed in that task. That means I can bank on them. He's dependable, right? Second is he also said that I also feel that this is something which is I should work on. So he has a very good attitude. He has an open learner. He believes in learning and improving his skill set. So that's something which will definitely win you a good brownie when it comes to weakness question, right? Another would be talking about certain weaknesses, which would be very simple. Yeah, many a times people also say that at times I become a little impatient. I have given my complete effort, and when it comes to results I become really impatient. I have become restless. That's something which is very understandable, and many people become nervous. So that is something that you can speak on. You can be honest on that. But saying something that I'm a couch potato, I love watching TV, or I tend to waste a lot of time in my hobbies, is something which can give a red flag in the interviewer's mind that he may be a person who has a habit issue or an attitude issue. Okay. Some of the other questions that I get from a lot of students today is that should I do a job which wherein I'm not interested in that job? Okay. But I have no options available right now. So should I continue doing those jobs? See, the answer is that you should decide that. Okay. There are two sections to it. One is a section wherein a person may be a highly responsible person, maybe a person who has a lot of financial responsibilities or home responsibilities. So such a person leaving a particular field can be a little tricky for him. But if he is ready to face those things, you can definitely move out of the industry, and you can definitely look for an alternate industry. But rather than doing that, there is also another option, that is until and unless you find your right career, you can continue what you're doing and put your continuous effort in that as well. And along the way, you will definitely, if you're putting efforts in exploring things, you will definitely, I'll give you one example of mine. I was working from Monday to Friday, okay, for as a counselor, as a student counselor, and Saturday I was working half day, and Saturday Sunday I spent my time in a lot of certified, doing a lot of courses. So Saturday Sunday I did my HR, and I did a lot of certified courses related to training, so that I can upgrade myself. So that was definitely that job was definitely something which was very different than what I'm doing right now, but that definitely helped me to upgrade myself, and without any pressure I could do that. तो आपके ऊपर है, आपको, आपने अगर वो डिसीजन लिया है तो आपको वो मैनेज करना पड़ेगा, आपको उतना एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स डालना पड़ेगा. And in the initial stages of your career, you should do that. Also, in lockdown, I am seeing that a lot of people are looking for alternate careers, but they are scared because they don't want to lose their existing jobs. You can still work it out. There are a lot of people who are focusing that on Sundays. There are a lot of people who are working on Sundays for their, as a hobby also you can start, and you never know how it clicks. There are a lot of my friends who have started YouTube channels, right? There are a lot of my friends who have started online trainings on Sundays apart from their job profile. They're doing a lot of things, so that definitely helps you. So along the way it will definitely click. आपके efforts matter करते हैं, हमेशा याद रखें. Efforts, आप जो भी efforts डालते हो वो definitely मदद करेगा. Okay, one more question that I have is, how do I manage nervousness, fear? Yes, it is very natural to be nervous in the interviews, but हमेशा याद रखिए, nervousness तब बहुत ज़्यादा होता है जब आप prepared नहीं होते. When you're not prepared, that is when you become really nervous, right? But if you're prepared, is there a guarantee that you will not become nervous? No. There are some things that is beyond your control. You can be nervous. I have also seen a lot of students being really honest. In the mid of the interview, they have said that I'm so sorry, can I have a glass of water? I am actually a little nervous. Let me take a moment and I'll definitely give you the answer. And I was completely okay with it, because that also talks about the honesty that a person has, and that also, and after that also, pick up yourself. When you have those moments of nervousness where your voice is shivering, and you are shivering, you're fumbling, that's okay. Take a moment. And there is one thing which I totally believe, if you are a person who is phobic, or is completely nervous, despite of the preparation you feel nervous, a good thing to do would be work on your mind, train your mind, right? I am also a meditation coach. I do a lot of meditation programs. One of the reason I learned meditation is as a self improvement, because I was a person who was not academically well. So it was very easy for me to become nervous in every occasion, right? Be it facing crowd, be it attending a family function, I would be nervous. I became introvert as well. But then I could break that barrier because of meditation. I till now I meditate. At least I take out 10 to 15 minutes of time for meditation. When you sit there, sit comfortably, quietly, and just do meditation for 5 minutes also, along the way you'll see that all your fears, all your inner flaws, they kind of fade out, with time. So you can, one good thing to do would be learning meditation. Yoga has helped a lot of people to become more confident in whatever they do. So it definitely helps you to build good confidence in yourself. So nervousness, yes, nervousness hota hai, but बहुत ज़्यादा उस nervousness होता है because you think about that event. Any event happens twice. One, before it happens in your mind. So before even you give the interview, you're walking along the way, you're going to the interviewer's cabin, and you continuously feed your mind into negative thoughts like, okay, what if I fumble? What if I don't get the job? What will happen to my family? What about the finances? What about this, that? And there are so many thoughts that linger in your mind. And it becomes a dark cloud in your mind, that doesn't allow you to think creatively, that doesn't allow you to be confident in the interview. So the best thing to do would be doing visualization exercises. One of the good visualization exercises that you can do is close your eyes before the interview. Okay, this is something that I did in my first job as well. Thank you to Mr. Mokashi sir of RK Talreja, who at that point spoke about visualization exercise. When we were teenagers, we were really afraid of presentation, so he used to give this tip. And I did that in my first interview. I was really shivering in my first interview, and I could not understand what to do, because there were so many people who were best in their who were in their best outfits, and they looked really experienced. And then I thought to myself what to do, and I thought of visualization exercise. That has helped a lot. What you have to do is you have to close your eyes whenever that happens, right? Close your eyes, and in front of your eyes, look at yourself. And what is your biggest fear? For example, your biggest fear is presentation. Then see yourself giving a wonderful presentation and exaggerate it as much as possible. How do you exaggerate it? Look at yourself standing on the dais, okay, and speaking confidently using all those positive gestures, confident gestures, smiling, right? And look at yourself speaking really confidently, and look at everybody clapping for you, right? Praising you, tapping your back, and saying that you're amazing. Got it? So that's what visualization does. So close your eyes, look yourself giving a wonderful interview, and you will see that most of the times when you become nervous, 75-80% of the time ये nervousness control होता है, because everything works here. That's why my company's name is also Mind Matters Most. If your mind can conceive something, you can definitely achieve it. So that definitely helps you. Okay, apart from this, I feel that I will definitely address a lot of questions offline. If you feel that you need to ask me questions on personality development, or topics on soft skills, or topics on interviews, you can definitely message it, right? You can DM me. I will definitely leave my company's website address as well as the company details. You can go through it, and if you have any such concern on interviews, you can feel free to connect, right? You can post those as comments as well. We will definitely address it after the session. You can also DM me or WhatsApp me. And of course, when you talk about topics like, what are my company training offerings, I'll definitely say that, my expertise lies in three topics. One is stress management. I am an expert when it comes to stress management. I have trained a lot of people. Even I have been very fortunate to train HIV patients and HIV patients as well. I've been coaching a lot of HIV patients as well on how to manage their life, with the reality. I have also counseled and coached a lot of people who want to become entrepreneurs, who want to start on their own. Business start करना है, लेकिन पता नहीं है कि कैसे start करें, ठीक है, क्या resources होते हैं, कैसे confident रहे. So I have coached people on entrepreneurship skills as well. I have a module called as Ready Set Go. Ready Set Go is a highly customized module which talks about NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, wherein it will definitely help you to understand what are your self-limiting beliefs, what is holding you back, and how to overcome that self-limiting beliefs and how to become more confident. So it will definitely help you with communication skills, your presentation skills, but also build that inner communication, that inner strong self, right? So that's one thing. The third topic that I'm really good at is connecting with lot of people on graphology, right? So I train a lot of counselors, childcare consultants, lot of people who are looking for handwriting analysis. So a handwriting analysis is something which is also a key to career guidance. So a lot of career guidance trainers and teachers are connected with us as students for graphology. So it is also a course which talks about how to understand a personality through handwriting, right? So basically any topic which is into behavioral and soft skills, I can definitely help you. After the program, I am going to share a link and a brochure which gives you a good insight on what are the topics that we are expert in, right? So I hope this session has been fruitful. Thank you so much everyone for being online and being very patient in listening to the 1 hour session. It is very difficult to be online and listen to a session because face to face बहुत आसान है, लेकिन live sessions बहुत difficult होता है. But I can see that the numbers have not dropped, right? It is increasing. So it's really good, amazing to see everybody here. I hope you enjoyed the session, and let's connect soon. If you have any queries and concern, do connect. I will share the details on the same link. Thank you so much everyone, and God bless you. Stay safe. Corona time hai, stay safe and stay empowered as well, right? All the best. Remember all the points that we have discussed. Thank you.